guys, what I'm doing is John chapter 4, Revelations 10, and 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And there's so much here, but the thing that God revealed to me here is that I can trust Him with my time. In John chapter 4 is the story about the Samaritan woman. In verse 21, Jesus says to her, "Woman, believe me, the hour is coming when neither on this mountain nor in Jerusalem will you worship the Father. You worship what you do not know. We worship what we know. For salvation is from the Jews. But the hour is coming and is now here when the true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father is seeking such people to worship Him. God is spirit, and those who worship Him must worship Him in spirit and in truth." And of course, this hour that's coming, he's referring to that our temples will now become, our bodies, will now become the temples of His Spirit. His Spirit will dwell in us. Then later on in that chapter, the healing of the official's son, Jesus said to him, "Go, your son will live." The man believed that the word that Jesus spoke to him and went on his way. As he was going down, his servant met him and told him that his son was recovering. So he asked them the hour when he began to get better, and they said to him, "Yesterday at the 7th hour, the fever left him." The father knew that was the hour when Jesus had said to him, "Your son will live." And he himself believed, and all of his household. Once again, we see there the hour, specific hour, when the Lord said he would live, and he did live. The fever left him. Then in Revelation chapter 10, there's this little parentheses between the 6th trumpet and the 7th trumpet, where there is this angel from the Lord that appears. And in verse 5, "The angel whom I saw standing on the sea and on the land raised his right hand to heaven and swore by him who lives forever and ever, who created heaven and what is in it, and earth and what is in it, and the sea and what is in it, that there would be no more delay." Here's the time thing. There would be no more delay, but that in the days of the trumpet call to be sounded by the 7th angel, the mystery of God would be fulfilled, just as He announced to His servants, the prophets. What is this mystery? You have to read the following chapters to find out what this mystery is. But right there we see that the time factor, that there would be no more delay, and that when the trumpet sounds, that 7th angel sounding the trumpet, then the mystery will be fulfilled. Then in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, the people, the believers are kind of shaken or confused about the coming of the Lord. And in verses 1 and 2, Paul tells them, do not be shaken about the coming of the Lord. And then in verse 3, he says, "Let no one deceive you in any way, for that day will not come unless the rebellion comes first, and the man of lawlessness is revealed, the son of destruction, who opposes and exalts himself against every so-called God or object of worship, so that he takes his seat in the temple of God, proclaiming himself to be God. Do you not remember that when I was still with you, I told you these things? And you know what is restraining him now, so that he may be revealed in his time." So right there, once again, Paul is telling them these things need to happen before this is fulfilled. So there's a specific time of the coming of the Lord. I'm also reminded in John chapter 17, when Jesus is praying to God, and Jesus speaks these words. He lifted up his eyes to heaven and said, "Father, the hour has come. Glorify your Son, that the Son may glorify you, since you have given him authority over all flesh, to give eternal life to all whom you have given him. And this is eternal life, that they know you, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom you have sent." And so one of the things that God is showing me here in these different passages is that what God says is true, and that truth gives me peace, and I pray it does the same for you.